Hey everyone, the Blue Life here, and welcome to my latest Blu-ray DVD update. I know I haven't made a video in a while, I just really haven't felt like it, but I'm back now doing this update, and hopefully I'll have some more videos in the next couple weeks for you guys to enjoy. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. First up, I picked up a DVD at Big Lots. I actually picked up a few more than this, but wound up trading them in for the Upgrade and Save program at Best Buy. But Big Lots had some of these old WB Warner Brothers movies in these slim cases for $3 each, and they looked really interesting to me, so I went ahead and picked them up. But the one I have right here is an old musical from 1935, but it is Flying Down to Rio, and this is a really charming film. I had a couple of issues with it, but overall it has, likable characters, some nice acting in it, some fun musical numbers. But if you're a fan of musicals, definitely check this one out. One big problem I had with it was with the pacing of it. It was going on at a nice pace until about halfway through the film. There was this musical dance number that lasted about 10 to 15 minutes, or at least it felt like it. It just killed the pacing for me, but maybe that's just how musicals were back then. I don't know. Next up, we've got a Doctor Who DVD. It is The Reign of Terror, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that this actually rounded out the end of the first season of Doctor Who. But this one takes place during the French Revolution, and it's strictly a historical story. I gotta say, I usually enjoy the historicals, but this one was just kind of okay for me. One thing that you should know about this is that episodes 4 and 5 are missing, but they did animate them. And one good thing about Doctor Who is that they have all of the soundtracks available. So they could just animate the missing episodes and then place the recorded soundtracks on them for the voices. And so that works fairly well. It's just that the animation is not so good in this. It's pretty bad. But hopefully they will get better with that in the future, because they are going to be releasing the Ice Warriors and the 10th Planet, where they have animated some episodes. So definitely pick this up if you're a fan of historicals, and to actually support them, animating other lost stories. So yeah. Now, last update, I showed you some of the 4 movie collections from Disney that I picked up. Well, I got a couple more. First up, we got the 4 movie collection of Herbie. I remember watching these movies as a kid, and it's been a long time since I've seen them, so, really good deal on this. I got this at Walmart for, I think, like $13. One thing you should know about this is that since they're just basically repackaging all the originally released DVDs, that this only has disc 1 of The Love Bug, because that one was originally a 2-disc set, so you're not getting all the special features on this, but this is still a great cheap way to collect all the films. Then we've got the 4 movie collection, Kurt Russell collection, and this has the Dexter Riley trilogy in it, with the Computer Wore Tennis Shoes, Strongest Man in the World, and Now You See Him, Now You Don't, and also The Horse in the Gray Flannel Suit. But I love those old Disney movies. It's just, they're fun and just a lot of charm to them. Alright, now getting into the Blu-rays. First up, we've got Red Dwarf X. Really great deal on this one. I picked this up at Best Buy. I think it was on sale for $17.99, and I had a $5 off coupon, so I got it for $13. Really good deal. So happy to get it at that price. But I love this show. It is hilarious. And this season is quite a return to form after Back to Earth, which wasn't terrible, but it certainly lacked the comedic elements, which kind of made the series for me. But this has 6 episodes from the 10th season and some nice special features. You get a feature-length documentary, outtakes, and some deleted scenes with optional commentary, things like that. So, really good set for the price. Next up, I didn't have enough money to pick up the Next Generation Blu-ray season sets, so I got the next best thing. It is Next Generation, the best of both worlds. Probably the best episode from Next Generation. But great cliffhanger ending to this. Just a great story overall. But this was written by Michael Piller. And an interesting story behind this. I think they actually talk about it on some of the special features on this. But Michael Piller was writing the first part of Best of Both Worlds, thinking that he wasn't returning as a writer next year. So he just wrote them into an impossible corner to get out of, and thinking like someone else will have to resolve it. And then, he got hired back and realized that he had to finish the cliffhanger. And so, one thing about this is that part 1 is certainly better than part 2, because it has to be resolved, and you can kind of say it's resolved a little bit easier, but even so, it's a great episode of Next Gen. And what's cool about this Blu-ray release is they actually edited part 1 and part 2 together, so it's a feature-length film pretty much. Also, I believe this has maybe 1 or 2 special features that aren't on the Next Gen set. But this has a 30-minute featurette, which I was surprised that it was that long, but regeneration, engaging the Borg, a gag reel, episodic promos, and audio commentary as well. But great episode. Now, continuing on with Star Trek, these two I actually picked up with the Best Buy Upgrade and Save. So, first one, this Star Trek: The Motion Picture. I've been wanting to round out my original series movie collection, and I don't have enough money to spend on the actual overall set, but I've already got the trilogy, which has 2, 3, and 4 in it. So I figured I'd go ahead and pick up 1. I just need to get 5 and 6. Probably pick up 5 last since it's crap. But this movie gets a lot of crap, and I'd say rightfully so. It does have its issues. It is slow in the pacing, kind of dull in parts. But the basic plot really harkens back to the core of what makes Star Trek so great. So I have to say, for that, I mean, it is a good film. Next up, can't really talk too much about this one since I haven't seen the film, but I knew I had to pick this up for $5 with a trade and save. But it is Lawrence of Arabia, 2-disc set, really good deal for $5. All right, now we're getting into my stack of Disney Blu-rays. Okay, this first one was sent to me from the Disney Movie Club. But it is The Odd Life of Timothy Green. I've kind of heard mixed things about this, but I was kind of interested to check it out. Alright, now we've got the 10th anniversary edition of Treasure Planet. This is one of those Disney films that does get a lot of crap for, people say, oh, it's not a real Disney film and all that. And some people say that about my next pickup as well. But usually when they say that, and I watch the movie and find myself really enjoying it. I haven't seen this one yet, but I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy it. Next up, we've got Meet the Robinsons, 3D. And this is one that, again, as I said, I heard bad things about it. And I was watching it, expecting it to be terrible, and really, really enjoyed it. You know, it really does. And you know, people say that it's not a Disney movie, but to me, it feels like a Disney movie at its heart. I mean, it really does have a heartfelt message in it, and some great characters. Yeah, sure, there's a lot of off the wall stuff and some, you know, corny jokes in it for the kids, but I found myself really liking it, so I would definitely recommend taking a look at that. And of course, we've got the Ultimate Collector's Edition of WreckIt Ralph. Love this movie. That's all I gotta say about that one. Great film. And now finally, I picked up the 25th anniversary edition of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You know, I haven't seen this since I was a kid, and watching it again, I was shocked by the amount of sexual innuendo in this film. It is ridiculous. But, you know, there are a lot of interesting things in this. You know, you've got Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse on screen at the same time. Same thing with Donald Duck and Daffy Duck. And, you know, overall, it's just a fun movie. Alright, guys, well, that is it for my Blu-ray DVD update. Till next time.